Ahoy hoy, it's 28th of November 2010 and I've just got back from Collectormania London stroke the Entertainment Media Show, which was held at the Olympia in London. Flying visit, I was only there a couple of hours, but I managed to meet 9 people, which wasn't bad going. First up I met Michael Biehn, who played Kyle Reese in The Terminator, and he was Hicks in Aliens, and he appeared in Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror, which was half of the Grindhouse Sparrow films. Seemed very nice, but he was clearly tired, possibly a bit jet-lagged, although he was there yesterday as well. He had a chair next to him for us to pose for photos with him, which was nice, and this is the photo. And this is the photo from the Terminator that I got signed. Next up was a very rare signer. This was his first ever appearance at a convention, and that's Dennis Lawson. He's much sought after by Star Wars fans, as he's one of the few, but in fact he's the only person outside of the main cast to appear and speak in all the original trilogy. He played Wedge, one of the pilots. He's also Ewan McGregor's uncle, but you probably all know him from countless TV appearances, and I think he was in Rather Casualty or Holby, and he's been in Law and Order and Bleak House and all sorts of things. I complimented him on Bob Martin, which was a series he did where he played the producer of a TV show, a game show run by Michael Barrymore as Bob Martin. Very funny series, written by Bob Mills and somebody else whose name I can't quite remember at the moment, but I'll put in an insert and tell you who it is. Very nice, very rushed. As I say, it was his first ever appearance, and he rarely signed Star Wars stuff at stage doors, so there was lots of people come especially for him, including one man who'd come over from Seattle, and he had over 30 items for him to sign, which at 20 quid a pop, I don't need to do the maths for you, or since he's American I don't need to do the math. Also the bloke behind me was getting 16 things signed for various people. I was just getting the one, and this is it. Because he was so busy he wasn't posing for photos, but I did manage to snap one from the queue. Next up was snooker world champion Stephen Hendry. Very nice. Wasn't particularly chatty. Well, wasn't chatty at all, but gave me a nice smile and warm handshake. And this is the photo I got signed. And this is me and him. Next was Marcia Fitzallen. Marcia played Alan Bastard's wife in The New Statesman. She's done various other things, but that's really what she's known for. Very nice lady. The quality of photos on her desk from New Statesman wasn't particularly good, as they were all screen grabs, which we talked about. But got a nice agency photo of her signed. And she happily posed for a photo with me. Another snooker legend next was Terry Griffiths. Very nice man. Apparently Martin is his middle name. And he said, we talked about that, and he said, yes, it's Terence Martin Griffiths, but nobody knows me as Terence. I said, what, not even when you're naughty? And that made him laugh. Again, happily posed for a photo with me. And this is a photo got signed. Next was the first UK, possibly even first European appearance by Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar Binks in the Star Wars prequels. Wasn't as busy as I thought he would be. I know Jar Jar is a, shall we say, maligned character. Hated, I think, is probably true to the word. I'm not sure what to make of him. He seemed a bit surly. He wasn't posing for photos, using the old excuse of he had a professional photo shoot. but I've managed to get a smile out of him by asking how he was. So I had a decent enough meeting with him. I did manage to snap a picture of him while I was waiting for Dennis Lawson, and this is it. And this is the photo I got signed. Next up was Stephen Moore, who has been in so many things. He was the voice of Marvin in the Hitchhiker's TV and radio series. He played Adrian Mole's dad. He played Kevin the Teenager's dad in the first few sketches from Harry Enfield. He was recently in Doctor Who as one of the Silurians. Very nice man, exactly as I expected him to be. Happy photos for a photo. Most of the photos they had were of either Marvin or his Silurian character, but they had this one of him as himself in various roles, so this is the one I got signed. Next up was somebody I have met before, and I was umming and ahhing about whether to meet, but I had a photo that had already been signed by somebody that she was also in, so I decided I would get her to sign that. And then on the day I thought sod it, and also got her to sign a photo from her recent appearance in Sarah Jane Adventures, and that was Katie Manning, who played Jo Grant in Doctor Who. She was lovely when I met her before. She was possibly even lovelier when I met her this time. Very chatty, very warm. Gave me a hug and a kiss when I left. Lovely lady, what more can I say? So this is the photo that I planned on getting signed, which is already signed by Nick Courtney as the Brig. This is the Sarah Jane photo I got her to sign. And this is the photo with her. Finally was again another snooker legend. It was Jimmy White. Bit disappointed in Jimmy. He was somebody I was looking forward to meeting, having been a fan of him throughout his career and always enjoying his appearances on Big Break. Love you, Jimmy. As I came up to the table, he was signing a big stack of photos that the promoters were getting him to sign, and I said hello and put my one down, and he turned to Stephen Hendry, who sat next to him, and said, "The problem is, Stephen, that we're sat here on the side here signing all these, we don't care about that lot," indicating me. I thought, alright, fair enough. Okay, hope he's joking. He quickly signed my photo before I even have a chance to say anything, and I said, "Oh, could you make it out to Martin?" He said, "Oh, you need to tell me, mate, I'm not psychic." Okay. Asked him if he'd mind having a photo, and he said that was fine. And I think he might have felt a little bit guilty then, because as I huddled down for a photo with him, he started chatting and said, "You're alright, mate," and all that. So I'll let him off and hope it was just a spur of a moment, bad timing thing. But this is a photo I had with him. And this is a photo I got signed. And that was it. I left there just after 11. Drove back. Traffic was fine until I got about 3 miles from home. And that's when the snow started as well. But otherwise, a good morning. That's about it for me. Bye.